edges. Queen Ringo's here to stay.
So cute.
We're just peasants.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? My name is Josh Shell, host of the Friday episodes here on Reddit on Wiki. If I sound weird, it's because I have COVID, so please forgive me. Stuffy nose and fever. Sienna was gracious enough to give it to me and then get better and then leave for New York. So I'm here alone taking care of myself. So thank you for that, Sienna.
Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole?
Oh no, all the Sienna stands are gonna come for me.
No. She's had New York planned for a while, so she was just happy that she was healthy enough to go. So I hope she's having a good time.
Josh sounds sexier with this voice. Don't you agree, Wikimaniacs?
Yeah, it's pissing me off.
Yeah, we'll see if it still sounds sexy an hour in. But with me, of course, are my co-hosts, the healthy and happy John and Sean. What's up, boys?
I'm neither of those two, but hey, I'm here.
I am COVID free, so that's good. Happy,
Okay.
Always debatable.
You got to be happy. You gotta smile. We're with the boys. We're hanging out. Obi's in the background. I can hear.
Yeah, he's being a dickhead right now. So just Wikimaniacs, if you hear some, there you go. If you hear squeaking like that, big boy's here. He might make an appearance. Look, it's his head.
For those who don't know, Obi is John's big fluffy dog. So
He's bigger than John.
He's
bigger than John. Yep. He might be bigger than both of us, Sean.
Yeah, to be honest.
So we apologize for any squeaking, but it's just Obi having a good time. So Forgive him. But on today's episode, we have a tenant who is a nightmare and a best friend. Ooh. We have a stepfather who oversteps his bounds. We have a sister who withholds her breast milk. A woman who breastfeeds at a wedding. Now realizing I have two breastfeeding stories. That's, I don't know.
You're just putting breast in Reddit. Wow.
Yeah, that's guess what my today in wiki history is. No, we don't do this on Friday, but and at the end we have a Patreon exclusive story where we have a partner who just wants a snack. So if you want to hear that
also could be breast related.
It could be.
Could also be that. You're right. So if you want to hear that last story and get ad-free episodes, head on over to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network. Sign up today. On top of that, if you're a returning listener, please consider giving us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or share the podcast with a friend. And if you have your own story you want to submit, either your own or one from Reddit, you can do so by heading on over to Instagram and DMing us on Instagram at Reddit on Wiki, or sending us an email at redditonwikipod@gmail.com. Links to everything I just mentioned, of course, are in the show notes. Also, this is our first episode since we've turned 1 year, I think, technically.
Wow.
I think it was on Tuesday, right?
Yes.
This is the 5th of August. So yeah, as we're recording it, it's still July, but happy 1 year, Wikimaniacs.
Is this the 5th of August?
For this
Should be.
episode? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
If my math is correct. So it's our first episode as a 1 year old podcast. So super excited. We'll do a whole spiel about it on our live stream, which is happening next week on August 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern. So it's basically going to be an extra long podcast where we read and give our takes in real time. So you can visit our YouTube channel to subscribe and get notifications for when we go live. But once again, that'll be August 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you cannot make it, do not worry.
Ooh.
Do not fret. No, it's okay. We will be turning that into a Friday show for you guys. So if anyone misses it, you can download it later on and listen to it then. So no worries there.
Yeah, and if you've been wanting those extra long episodes, that one's going to be a doozy, I'm sure.
Very girthy.
We're thinking an hour and a half to 2 hours. So
it's going to go haywire.
I
bet
where
you
it's going to go
haywire.
Yeah, we're just going to do stories. And you can submit stories in chat when you're in there. So it'll be a good time. We're going to interact with you guys and answer questions and do a bunch of fun stuff. So be sure to tune in. COVID brain is real. I'm losing my mind. All right. So without further ado, and before I lose my voice, let's hop into the first story. So, okay, this one does not have a title.
Oh, nice. Hawaii the asshole. That's it.
Yeah. So this one is, and she says we can share her name. She says, "Hello, my dudes. I have an Am I the Asshole story." She says, "It's my story. I don't care if you use my first name, Erica."
Oh,
So
a listener?
a listener. Yeah.
Oh,
via
okay.
email. So thank you for sending this in, Erica. We're going to, no title. So I don't know what the asshole is. I've did this.
You don't know what the asshole is.
I don't know what the asshole is.
Wikimaniacs, just know that we told Josh he doesn't have to record right now if he's
No.
deathly sick.
They
He's
said if
pushing
you don't
through.
show up, you won't get a gold star for attendance for the 1 year. And I said, fuck you guys. I'm going to make this.
I'm definitely not getting a gold star.
you might not pass attendance, Sean.
The live shows where I get fired and they put Sienna on full time.
Yeah, live on air. Yeah, it'll be a
So
good time.
be ready for that, guys. Fuck me.
So, is Erica an asshole? That's what the title is of this story. My now husband, 32-year-old male, and myself, 29-year-old female, managed an entire block of townhouses from March 2018 to November 2021. One of my best friend's brothers needed a place to rent. It just so happened we had the cheapest one vacant. Now, before I dive well into this, I would like to say we did not get to make any of the decisions for these townhouses. We simply did all the maintenance, all the cleaning for the midnight runs, which happens more than a person would think, showing the units, fixing the functional house problems, and signing people up. This also meant we handled complaints, inspections, and evictions. The owner just collected the money and made all the financial decisions. So back to the brother. The brother and I weren't really friends. We more or less tolerated each other. So being the manager of his unit was easy for me. When it became a problem was when his sister, my best friend, moved in. I loved her and she was an important person in my life, but my husband and I both knew how difficult she can be when she doesn't get her way. So when she told us she was moving in, I knew it was only a matter of time. The first time there was an issue was when their neighbor had just had their baby and complained about the very loud music coming from next door. The complaint came in at 12 a.m. on a weekday. The bylaw for quiet time is 11 p.m. Since it was the first complaint, I told her verbally they had to keep it down during the week. She seemed fine with the warning, so life went on. But after this, whenever I would go over to their place for a visit as a friend, she would talk about every issue in the townhouse. And one night, she and her brother went as far to talk about how they might not be able to pay rent on time, and they knew there would be late fees. I was under the impression we were all able to separate when I was there as a friend and as a manager. Clearly, I was wrong. Fast forward a couple months, I'm over there with my two best friends and we're having a blast. Music, drinks, having so much fun. 9:30 rolls around, and although it was early, the music was so loud I could barely hear her over the music. She was sitting right beside me. I asked her to turn it down, and instead she chose to ignore me. I was baffled by this and got a little annoyed. I just wanted to hear the conversation, and I figured if it was loud, I couldn't hear her talking. There's no way the baby could have slept through that. Which is fair. I do hate when music is way too loud, so I feel that. A little more time went by and we got a complaint at 2:30 a.m. on a Friday. My husband contacted her brother this time. So this is a different night.
Yeah.
But my husband contacted her brother this time and stated the music had to be turned down or we would call the cops. The brother was immediate in response and turned off the music. He also reassured us that he spoke with his sister. My husband and I both believed him. The brother was an excellent tenant and always reasonable and understanding. The last straw came a week later when we got a text at 2:30 again on a Saturday. We called the brothers again this time. He was annoyed but talked to his sister. But again at 3, we got another complaint. So we texted the brother and my best friend stating we got another complaint and to turn the music down. At this point, I would probably just call the cops.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Definitely noise complaint up in that bitch.
That's
Yeah.
3 strikes and you're out, bud.
Yeah. However, Sean, this isn't baseball. And again, at 3:30 came around, they still had the music cranked.
Damn. Well, did we not all agree that we would do it on 3 strikes? I don't know.
Yeah. So you're good to call them now.
Damn. COVID makes Josh mean, guys, not hot.
Oh, no, just so mean. I went as far to go out the door and walk down there as we live in one of the townhouses. However, I needed to only open my door to hear it. I told my husband to call the cops. They got a warning and the music turned off. Since we received numerous complaints and tried to work with them and be civil, this was the last straw for us. My husband and I both agreed it was time to set very clear boundaries. I texted both the brother and sister stating that the next time we get a noise complaint against them, we will be writing them up for an eviction notice.
She.
Yeah, I don't know. Kicking people out of their house kind of sucks, but I mean, I get it's your job. I'm never pro landlord, John. So I'm never on their side, but it does suck for your situation. Of course, she never told her brother that I had spoken with her in the past, so he was shocked to say the least. So he never knew about any of the warnings previously.
The brother never knew of the warnings?
Yeah, because she just always told her best friend, I guess, like, hey, keep it down or we'll evict you or whatever.
Yeah.
So he was shocked. My best friend said I was the problem since I couldn't separate my friend from being a manager. She admitted that she ignored me as I was telling her how to live her life and said that if I cannot make the separation, that I maybe shouldn't go over to her place. Naturally, I said, okay, it just wasn't worth my time because at that point, I felt as though I was trying to maintain the friendship rather than enjoy it. It's been a couple years now and we are no longer friends. She and her brother have both since moved on, but I can't help but wonder, was I the asshole?
Yeah, I say no.
Okay, I thought you were going to say yeah.
Yeah, no. Because it's like,
no.
No, yeah. Yeah, no.
But it's like when you live like in a townhome, and I guess if the walls aren't great or whatever.
I do.
Oh yeah, you know.
I know.
You hear your upstairs neighbor all the time, huh?
Yeah. And, you know, I wish I could get them evicted. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want people evicted from their homes. You know what I mean? Because like the marketplace sucks. And so trying to find a home that's you're able to rent is difficult. So it's a tough situation, but you're definitely not the asshole. You're just doing your job. You're the middleman in the situation. You're not setting the rules. You're just following them so that you don't get fired, which makes, you know.
Yeah, I mean, when you give them warnings, what else can you do? You know what I mean? You like 4 times. You have to call the cops once. I mean, that's just your job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, like Josh, I am also like not too fond of landlords, but in this situation, it's justifiable. Like, and I think you're not the asshole. Sometimes some tenants are just so inconsiderate about other people, and it sucks.
Yeah. My upstairs neighbors.
Yes. Does it suck like being warned and being cops called on you saying like, hey, keep that shit down? No, but if it's like 2:30 or 3 in the morning on a weekend or like midnight on a weekday when you know some people probably do go to work, you just got to be a little more considerate about your neighbors. So it's justifiable why people would complain about your ass.
No, exactly. And like they were taking advantage of you, basically. They were taking advantage of your friendship and trying to push it as far as they can. Maybe not so much the brother. He didn't. Sounded like he wasn't quite in the loop on everything.
Sounds like he was good until the sister moved in.
Yeah. So I would have maybe dealt with him more than her. And then you could have kept that friendship a bit more separate. But I understand you were trying to be civil and trying to work with a friend, which is never an easy thing to do, especially with living situations. So yeah, that's tough. You're definitely not the asshole. I think your friend, like I said, took advantage of you and tried to push the boundaries and kind of fucked over a lot of people in the neighborhood, keeping them up and like annoying them. So not the asshole. You were doing your job.
She thought she had perks that just because you're one of your good friends is the landlord that you get to be a dickhead to everyone else. So that's not on the OP. On Erica.
Mm-hmm.
No, not at all. So keeping our streak of not listener asshole, loving it.
Sean is disappointed.
One day.
Maybe the live show.
Oh,
maybe. That'd be cool.
Maybe.
All right. So on to our second story. Am I the asshole for telling my husband he should be ashamed of himself and taking the girls and going home after he made them wait outside of the restaurant? This one comes from Reddit. I just found this one interesting, so I hope you guys do as well. So I am a mother of twins, both 19-year-old females. Their dad and I split up 6 years ago, and I'm now married to my husband, Kevin. Problem is, Kevin... What's that subreddit, the Kevin subreddit that you brought to us?
I think it's called Stories About Kevin.
Stories About Kevin. So this one
is it Stories About Kevin or Tales
No, I
About
thought
Kevin?
it was Kyle.
No, there's Kyle too.
There's a Kyle one as well.
Jesus, there's both.
Yeah.
What if there's a Josh, Sean, and John one?
Oh,
check.
God.
I hope not.
So problem is Kevin thinks that my girls are not disciplined simply because they don't follow everything he tells them because they don't see him as their father. We've already talked about that, especially the part where he expects them to dress how he wants them to and behave how he wants them to. He even calls them weirdos, but that's just how teenagers are, and it's not a new thing. Anyway, I told him he needs to loosen up a little and lessen his expectations of them, but I get that it's hard to do given he was brought up in a conservative household with hardcore Christian values. Last week, he started a fight after seeing one of the girls' hairstyles and said that she was looking trashy. Because of this, we had to cancel our trip to the mall because he refused to drive us. That's ridiculous.
You can't. I mean, it's ridiculous, but also I would just leave his ass.
Yeah,
Uber
just go
to-
yourselves.
To go to the mall, be like, fuck you. You can
Yeah,
stay then.
You could drive, take an Uber, whatever. But a couple days ago, we wanted to go to dinner. I was intending to get off work at 6, but I had to get some stuff done. My husband and I agreed that he'd take the girls and go to the restaurant and wait for me there. He called me before they got out of the house to complain about what they were wearing. The girls sent me pics and I thought there was nothing wrong with their outfits and told him to drop it and just go. He said fine, then muttered something about me enabling them and then hung up. While I was at work, I got a call from one of the girls telling me that their stepdad had them stand and wait outside the restaurant because he didn't want to be seen with them dressed like that. I was stunned. I rushed to the restaurant and found them near the car. They explained he told them to wait in the car till he told them to come in, basically to wait for me, and they started crying. I had them get in my car and went inside the restaurant and found him on his phone. I went off on him and told him he should be ashamed of himself for treating my daughters like if they were something to be ashamed of. He tried backpedaling, saying it wasn't like that, but I interrupted him and walked out after canceling dinner. We went home and he came back hours later trying to argue that I can't blame him for disapproving of the girl's recklessness and that he tried communicating, but I shut him down and treated him like less of a parent when he just wanted what's best for them. He doesn't speak to me or the girls anymore. Am I the asshole?
No.
The dad
This
is...
guy fucking sucks. He's not even the dad. Like the Wikimaniacs in the YouTube comments say, when it comes to like step parents and stuff like that, the child really chooses whether or not you're their parent or, you know, whatever. So like if they don't see you as a dad, you're not the dad. Also, if the mom said the outfits are okay, fucking trust the person that they consider their mother. That it's okay. You know what I mean? You have zero right. Also, I mean, even as a biological dad, like you really should not control the way your children dress or whatever.
And they're 19 as well. They can make decisions for themselves if they feel that it's what makes them comfortable wearing that. By all means, like
whatever gives somebody confidence, let them do them. You know what I mean? If you are truly uncomfortable, then you don't have to be there. You can remove yourself. You don't fucking. It's also weird that they're 19 and they just stayed in the car. I would have been like, actually, fuck you. I think I'm gonna grab an Uber. Not to victim blame, of course.
No.
I would be like so over this guy already. Like multiple accounts of him telling me how to dress when I'm a certain age. Oh man, and not even my dad. I'd be like, dude, you need to fucking control yourself because you're not controlling me.
And that's such an unfortunate thing, like for women to have to deal with. Like,
dude.
Yeah.
If you have to, like, if you are telling a woman to like, you shouldn't dress this way because you make me feel a certain type of way, that's a man's problem.
Yeah,
like,
that's
bro,
your
like,
problem.
Check yourself. Like whatever they're wearing, chances are it's not like too crazy. You know, like they're probably just wearing like showing a little skin or whatever. That's their choice. That's their fashion.
Showing
that's
a
what
little
makes
skin.
them feel comfortable.
What is this? We're in 1920. Okay,
I'm
John?
showing a shoulder. Like, you know what I mean, though. But like, it's just like it sounds like an insecurity on his part.
Yeah,
bro, like
100%.
For sure.
Don't.
But also, on top of this all, they're adults. They can do whatever they want to do, right? Like adult age in America is 18, right? Like everywhere else, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm assuming they're American, but they can choose what they want to wear and they can choose what they want to do. So you have no say over that, even if you were their father. And even if they are under your roof and underage, like they're still people. They can still choose to do what they want to do. Like let them learn, let them grow, let them be who they want to be instead of shaming them for like trying to express themselves. And to be honest, like you said, John, it's probably nothing crazy. It's probably just what the normal fashion trends are. And so like,
especially if the mom already gave the okay, it's like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, you're not the real father. Like, and as much as you care for them and take care of them, like I'd still always give the trump card to the mom. Whatever she says trumps whatever you say. And so if she's approving of it, then you have no say. Like that's it. Just shut up and then go to therapy. If I wasn't sick, I could figure out the button and I'd put that button in.
Is it not just added to your Roadcaster yet?
Yeah, no, it's in here somewhere. Okay, now you're making me do it. All right.
Well, you don't have to do it. I'm just saying.
Sean is forcing me to do this, Wikimaniacs.
Get therapy.
There it is.
There it is.
Anyways,
all right.
Another dynamic I wanted to add to when it comes to like parenting. I'm not a parent, so like this is pretty much my opinion.
Obi is right there, John.
Huh? Oh, that's true. I am. Look at him. Look at his little shit.
You're a fur parent. Yeah.
But I personally don't like the dynamic of just because you're a parent, like you're subjected to everything that I say. Like I don't find value in that as a parent. I just feel like if you're a parent, like you're supposed to nourish your child, like you're supposed to support them in some ways. And for someone to like dictate kids to be like, you can't do this, you can't do that, instead of explaining why or giving them like a reason, like, you know, do things or you don't do certain things. I just hate that transactional aspect of parenting. Like you got to do what I say. Not transactional. I'm sorry. Like more like a dictatorship.
Because I said so.
Because I said so.
Yeah.
Totalitarian is the best word, Josh. Thank you.
Yeah.
Even with COVID brain, you're still smarter than both of us combined.
I don't know about that.
Probably.
But yeah, you're right. It should be like, if you truly have a problem with what they're wearing and you can't express why you have a problem with it, then the problem's with you.
Bam.
Like, I don't know what reason. Like, you're going to a mall. What's the worst thing that could happen with you going with them to a mall with whatever they're wearing, right? So, I don't know. I think he needs to take a deep look inward and just figure it out. And yeah.
There it is.
So, I think we can wrap on that one. If you guys are good with that. He's an asshole. You as the wife are acting in your kid's best interests. And so, not the asshole, 100%. I'd probably either have a serious discussion with this, make sure your husband gets therapy, or leave him because he doesn't care about your kids' well-being by the sounds of it. He just cares about telling them what to do. So, all right, with that, we will move on to a break and buy some Manscaped.
Daddy.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Do you or your man got bush? He definitely does if you haven't tried the best products from our sponsor today, Manscaped. Kate Bush may be trending at the moment, but his bush needs some help. Manscaped is the leader in men's below-the-waist grooming. These products are so good, you're going to be showing pride in his new bush-free yard. The products are also great for female users too. Save big and help him be the most hygienic version of himself by using our discount code REDDIT for 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. It is summer. It is very hot. Chances are the balls are sweaty down there. Whether you're like a partner who goes fully bald like an eagle or just in need of a safe trim, Manscaped is dedicated to helping you level up your full body grooming game. The grooming package I highly recommend is the Performance Package 4.0. Inside the package is a Lawnmower 4.0. The trimmer is designed to reduce grooming accidents and shave hair on loose skin thanks to a ceramic blade and advanced skin-safe technology. The trimmer also has an LED light to allow him to be as precise as possible when he's shaving down there. It is also waterproof so it can be used in the shower. And guess what? No more messes on the bathroom floor. It's basic landscaping. When you trim the hedges, the tree stands taller, am I right? Second best tool in the performance package is the Weed Whacker. This fine-tuned nose hair and ear hair trimmer is the best nose hair trimmer on the market, hands down. No one likes nose hairs, am I right? The performance package also comes with the vegan dye-free crop preserver ball deodorant and the crop reviver spray-on ball toner. Yeah, you heard that correctly. With the performance package purchase, you get not one, but two free gifts, the Shed Travel Bag and the patented high-performance reduced chafing Manscaped Boxers. I'm rocking them right now, actually. They have a bunch of other products on their website to help you and your man maximize his confidence and grooming game. Get 20% off plus free shipping with our code REDDIT at manscaped.com. Again, that's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use our promo code REDDIT. Ladies, do yourself and your man a favor by using Manscaped.
All right, we are back rolling through this COVID episode. It is 2022 and COVID is still kicking. Let's go.
Monkeypox.
I was just about to say monkeypox is next, baby. Let's go.
Another
Gotta
global
catch 'em all.
shutdown.
Yeah, ready for 2023.
Dude, not the scare tactics, but have you seen the people like with the wounds, bro?
I can't.
I want to
not,
fucking stay
actually.
inside. It looks like a fucking like a crater. Like, you know when you pop a pimple and there's like a little hole, like times like 50, and it's still like
Lovely.
black and red. Also, there's like vaccines for monkeypox, and if you take like the older vaccine and you have eczema, then you're at risk of like having like some skin eating thing.
Oh
part of
my
the
god!
vaccine.
A what?
Yeah, so you have to make sure if you have eczema or any skin problems, you have to get the newer vaccine.
Oh,
Again, this is from a TikTok, so don't listen to me
Oh
at all.
god! So it's not
Josh
true.
is
then.
spreading misinformation.
Oh my god! Let's cut
Well, I
that
gotta
out.
say it. It could be true. It could be true.
Our episode on Spotify is going to have the COVID warning
Yeah.
But We're talking about monkeypox. It's different. It's different.
It's different, but not much. Yeah. But yeah, that's, I mean,
I'm not saying don't get a vaccine. I'm saying get the new vaccine.
Or at least research it with your doctor.
At least research. Yeah, don't fucking listen to me, but research.
All right. Well, with that doom and gloom, let's move on to the next story. So, am I the asshole for telling my sister I will no longer give her my breast milk?
No, your body, your choice, dude.
Yeah.
It is not, Sean.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not
the
in your
true
state.
Josh comes.
Oh my God.
No, I'm still not over Roe v. Wade, so neither should anyone else.
No one should
definitely
ever be over
advocate for
that
that.
shit.
Midterms coming up. Vote those people
Vote
out.
all them out.
So, yeah, your body, your choice for sure is a good response to that title. But let's get into the story and see.
Yeah, case closed, actually. Let's move.
Oh, okay.
Move on to the next one. Okay.
You know what? Saves my voice. Let's just keep going. This one comes from Reddit. I think all the rest of today's are from Reddit. So, I, 28 female, had a stillbirth 5 weeks ago. My sister gave birth to a healthy baby boy 4 weeks ago. After my
that's rough.
That is rough.
That's really fucking rough.
Yeah, that's tough because you're like planning your kids' lives together, and then it's just
just like every time you see, every time you see that niece. I mean, I'm sure you don't mean to, but I'm sure it's hard to. When I lost my niece after only her being alive for 6 days, anytime I saw a baby for a while is hard to see that. And I'm just the uncle, so I can't imagine what it's like to be a mother in that situation.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's tough, and you're valid to feel that way. So it puts you in a tough situation. But continuing on. So after my stillbirth, I was still producing milk and pumping, and my sister couldn't breastfeed after her son was born. Formula shortage was awful, and I was literally throwing my milk away. So I offered it to my sister, and she gladly accepted. I was advised by the doctors to pump for 3 weeks after the stillbirth to prevent problems for me, and then stop. Otherwise, I'd just keep producing milk. Due to the formula shortage, I have been pumping for 5 weeks now to give the milk to my sister. Now that there's more formula in stock and she has been able to buy it, I've told her I'll stop pumping. She told me her son has stomach problems after the formula and asked me to keep pumping. I told her I emotionally cannot handle it any longer. She said I'm being selfish and she already has to feed her son by bottle because
absolutely not. No.
Because at first she suggested I just nurse him for his daily feedings, at least because we live next door, and I refused.
That is insane.
Yeah.
To physically nurse that child after you just had a stillbirth.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Fucking insane to even ask that.
I told her I'm sorry and I can pump for a few more days so that she can put some in the freezer and have some backup until she finds a better formula for her son. But she said breast milk is healthiest and I should just help her out. She called me a selfish asshole and said that I'm an embodiment of misery loves company.
Oh, no.
My mother feels I should help my own sister. My husband said my sister is way out of line. I feel really awful because I could still help her. And I know she needs it, but am I the asshole?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely and you should not even remotely feel guilty about having to stop that. Because one, you already did the kindest deed that you could do and help your sister out, even though you are going through some really, really, really bad trauma. Yeah. You just lost your child. And like what Sean was saying, the fact that you're even seeing, because the timeline was very similar, right? They're kind of like around the same birth period.
It was literally a week apart.
Exactly. And to see that child and you knowing that the milk you're providing is nourishing a child that could have been like cousins with the kid.
Yeah.
That is so much emotional trauma that you have to deal with. And the fact that your sister, one, it doesn't seem like the sister even thanked you at all. So that's like dickish already. And two, to not even recognize that you may be dealing with some pain currently. And for her to say like, hey, you're being selfish for not helping me out. That is extremely fucked up for your sister to do. And the mother too. Shout out to your husband for being rational.
Good husband. That's a rarity in our stories.
Yes.
But it seems like your sister is unable to look beyond her own situation and realize that you're dealing with trauma of losing a child. And if you haven't already, sit down and explain that to her and just be like, hey, like imagine if your child was the one who didn't make it. How would you feel? How would that put you, where would that put you? And then just try and be like as civil as you can and then take some time. I know it's tough, but you got to take time to get better and get yourself in a better headspace, because that is a heavy thing to go through and it is traumatic. So you're definitely not the asshole. You're an angel for providing for your sister's baby for as long as you have. And you are not under any circumstances required to do that. So you are super nice, and your sister's kind of being an asshole and not realizing what you're going through.
Yeah, I agree completely. You're going through your own stuff, and whatever you need to do to help with that situation and your grieving process, that's totally up to you. And just to give the sister some benefit of a doubt, I'm sure she's kind of going through her own thing right now too, you know, after giving birth, because it takes time to recover from that. Plus, she might feel guilty. I've known moms that feel like really bad, and they feel like bad moms because they can't personally breastfeed, you know?
Right.
So things like that, if like the baby doesn't latch or if you just can't produce, you know, I know that like weighs a heavy toll on mothers that can't provide that. Yeah. So maybe she's just like super wrapped up in her own thing, and maybe she's not always a monster, but she's acting really fucking inconsiderate of your situation, considering the fact that you've pumped 2 more weeks than your doctor advised, and then you're still willing to give 5 more days, almost a whole other week. So double the time to what your doctor advised you to do to help your sister and help your nephew or niece. I forget.
Nephew. But yeah, you're right. And like, I didn't think about it that she could also be dealing with guilt, but your mother should absolutely understand, like,
a voice of reason.
Yeah, she should be the middle and realize that you're going through something and not side with your sister. So that's pretty shitty of her. She might be the biggest asshole just because she should be someone of understanding, but she's not being the voice of reason. So your mom and sister are kind of being assholes, even though everything Sean said, she might be feeling guilty and dealing with something as well. But it seems like you both just need to take a step back and realize what the other is going through, and just you have to take time to deal with your trauma, and she has to realize that she's got to use formula from now on, which is okay. As if you find the right formula and do it right, then it's perfectly healthy. So not the asshole, in my opinion.
For sure.
May I also add how, Sean, I actually appreciate what you just did right now, to be honest. And I think a lot of the Wikimaniacs do too. Because at first, when I formulated that opinion, like, I didn't even consider what you said about, like, you know, some mothers not being able to do that. So I felt educated there for a minute. And I think that's what a lot of the Wikimaniacs like appreciate about like the different perspectives that we have. So thank you, Sean. I learned something new today, man.
Of course, man. Of course, I'm not a mother. So take what I say with a grain of salt.
But it's a perspective that you provided. So thank you.
Yeah, I've been around people that have that issue and they feel a certain way about it. So that could be what's happening a little bit.
And yes, COVID Josh is fucking mean. Holy shit.
What did I say?
No, you were like, no.
Oh, I thought you missed that.
No, I heard it.
My bad. All right, on to our final story of the day. We're going to make it a quick episode just because I don't feel like reading a ton. Sorry, Wikimaniacs. I hope you can forgive me this week. But am I the asshole for calling my sister out for breastfeeding at my wedding? And this one...
A little bit.
Yeah.
So it comes from Reddit. So I know how John loves to defend brides, and
I do not like to defend brides.
And Sean defends mothers. So we'll see how this goes.
I feel like I'm a bride defender a lot just because the wedding was so recent.
That's true too, actually.
My wedding was so long ago.
It was a year ago.
No, I said my wedding was so long ago.
Oh, your wedding was so long ago.
Oh yeah, same dude. I don't know. All right. So my sister gave birth 2 months ago. She brought the baby to mine and my wife's wedding. He's 34 and his wife is 23.
Okay.
That's
that is a little worrisome. She's a little young.
She's just at a college or university, you know what I mean? Like, that is two different. I mean, anyway,
she's an adult. She can make her own choice, but it is a little worrisome.
She is, but whenever we post a story and it's always the age differences like that, we always get comments where it's like, oh, I was in this situation. Like, it's definitely toxic. So
we definitely see way more bad than good from these types of situations.
That's all I'm saying. It's a red flag for me, but doesn't have to be for you, I guess. Anyway, so she breastfeeds wherever she goes. We visit her house, she'll breastfeed in front of us. Visiting our parents, she'll breastfeed. Going out in public setting, she'll sit on the bench in park and breastfeed. Going out to a restaurant, she breastfeeds. Everywhere. I've never spoken about it because I know she'll get mad and offended, but when she did that at my wedding, I lost my cool. Why?
It's a natural part of life. The baby gotta eat, motherfucker.
Yeah. This is a fucking you problem.
Do titties really fucking...
We have them.
Do titties offend you? You got nipples, my guy. What the fuck?
You know what they look like, you fucking idiot.
Also, you watch her do this all the time. You knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's like, why is it a surprise? If you were really super concerned, you could have, been the asshole ahead of time and then been like, hey, like, can you get a cover?
Not even that. You could have just been like, hey, no babies at the wedding.
Bam.
Yeah, that too.
That would have solved that issue.
Exactly.
Should not be an issue, but it's his issue. That would have solved it if you just said, hey, no babies at the wedding. And then
truly. The moral of we're not even done, but essentially
we're not even
is
halfway.
just, don't stop sexualizing boobs, man.
Yeah.
Especially when they're not trying to be like in a sexual way. They're just a boob.
It's nourishing a fucking child.
It's
You know
feeding a
that?
baby.
Literally.
If you and your wedding guests get turned on by somebody feeding their child,
That's on you.
That's on y'all, man.
You got
fucking
some
on you,
titty
yeah.
sucking fetish. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all got some issues. We don't kink shame.
No.
Unless children are involved, then we definitely kink shame. So if breastfeeding a child does something for you,
Yeah.
fucking hit the button, Josh.
Well, get therapy, baby.
There it is.
Yeah.
There you go. A little late, but sure.
Especially when it's your sister. Like, that's fucking
That's
weird,
even
dude.
more weird. Like,
Just
bro,
so weird.
you
Grow up.
get bothered by your sister's titties? Like,
Yeah.
come on, my guy.
You're a 34-year-old man. Fucking grow up. Jesus. Anyway, sorry. Continuing on. So during the reception dinner, she did it again. I kindly approached her and asked her why she didn't bring formula or at least pump the milk out and put it in a bottle so she wouldn't have to do it at this moment. She said, because I don't have to. I feel comfortable breastfeeding. Getting milk on my own is more painful. I said she should just make this sacrifice and compromise for one day instead of doing this in front of 250 guests at my wedding.
No.
It's not like she's on stage doing it.
Not.
Yeah, she's not like, look at me. It's a
Yeah.
show. Like, bro, come on.
Oh, God. She then said she can't do much about it now because the baby has to have her milk. I told her she should be more thoughtful of that then instead of completely embarrassing herself and us by doing this. I told my wife what the deal was and she said I'm an asshole and should immediately apologize to my sister.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to the
thank
wife,
God.
baby. Let's
Yo.
go.
Your 11-year younger wife is more mature than you fucking piece of shit. My parents also sided with my sister, and now pretty much everyone thinks I'm an asshole since I'm the only person who has a problem with us.
Yeah.
The only reason I decided to call her out is because I consider it bad etiquette and tacky to do that at a formal event and that she should just find another solution for the night. So am I the asshole?
You goddamn right you are, Milk
Absolutely.
Dud. Like, you
Man.
need to chill.
Imagine getting roasted by your whole family
At
and
your
then
wedding.
fucking going on Reddit and being like,
And
I'll fucking
expect
show them, and then getting double. I'm sure he's getting roasted in these comments.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
you'll love to see
Jesus.
a dunk from all angles.
Yeah. This dude has a lot of internal issues. And I know I said the age thing doesn't matter, but I feel that plays into it where he's just, he's a misogynistic man and women should follow what he says. And thank God your wife is a strong, independent woman and told you to shut the fuck up and sit
and
down.
your
'cause
mother
that is,
and everyone
and-
else.
and your mother
The
and your
whole
father.
family.
Where did you learn this from, if not from your
Yeah.
family? I don't know where you got in these stupid etiquette.
Your family
what I
sounds
call it.
reasonable, and you're just an asshat. What the, bro? You need to stop watching Andrew Tate, man, and all
Yes.
them fucking
Oh
Joe
my
Rogan
God.
motherfuckers. Yeah.
Fucking piece of shit. Yeah, you're a piece of shit. I don't know. I feel sorry when you guys eventually have kids and your wife has to breastfeed because
Yeah, what are you gonna do then? You gonna tell her not to breastfeed and
Yeah.
have your kids starving?
No, this
you
guy's
idiot.
gonna be like, oh hell yeah, breastfeed. He's weird, dude. He's weird.
He's a weird dude.
you're probably right. Or he'll be the opposite and be like, "Oh, do you have to breastfeed in the living room? Like I'm watching golf. Like go do that in the bathroom or something. Like fucking make it weird and then make your wife feel bad about herself." So
It sounds like his wife is gonna be like, fuck you, dude.
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
hope
fucking
she does.
breastfeed where I want.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
He was like the only one pressed at his wedding. Doesn't that say a lot of things about you as a person, you idiot?
Yeah.
Dude,
It absolutely
crazy.
does.
Not one person on his side.
Was there one person on his side?
Nobody
I said
was
not
on
one.
his side.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so you're a fucking asshole. And with that, we will end the episode, the COVID episode for today. What did you guys think? Were these people assholes? Was I an asshole?
Yes.
To John and Sean?
COVID Josh is something else.
Apparently. Let me know. Let us know. Sorry.
See,
I'm already cutting them out.
Me now.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Let
This
me know
guy is
down in the
cutting
comments
us
on
out.
YouTube.
Jesus Christ.
John and Sean don't even read the comments on YouTube half the time.
I mean,
That's not true. I search my name all the time.
Just goes to filter Sean.
just Sean.
Sean, comment. Okay, cool,
Fucking
cool.
Vain as fuck.
Sean plus Chris Hemsworth. Anything to this week? Nope.
No,
Okay.
nothing
Well,
this time. Damn.
Nothing worth it. Not worth it.
Sean Micro D. Fuck. Again, multiple.
so
Wild.
many hundreds of comments.
I can't believe it won't stop.
But you can let us know down in the comments on YouTube, or you can DM us, whatever you want to do. If you want to hear more, please consider subscribing to the show and giving us a rating and review on whatever platform you are on, or you can share the podcast with a friend. And don't forget, you can submit your own Am I the Asshole stories, disaster date stories, whatever story you want to send us on our email at redditonwikipod@gmail.com, or sending us a DM on Instagram at redditonwiki. Oh, don't forget the live stream next week, Wednesday, August 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Once again, if you miss it, no worries. We will have it recorded and we will be putting it out as an episode on its own. So don't feel too bad if you can't attend, but we would love to see you there. So a live show for our 1 year next week. And that is all the news we have, I think, right? My COVID brain is...
That sounds right.
I'm dying. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, John and Sean, for coming on today and giving your takes. Thank you, Wikimaniacs, for another amazing episode. We will see you all on Monday. Bye.
Later.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.